Operation Education, where bridging the gap between first-generation students and education is our top priority. Who are we? My name is Diana Nieto. I am a first-generation American student who is Mexican-American, and I am a double major in biology and German with a minor in women gender studies.
My name is Bryan. I'm also a first-generation American, a first-generation student, and a Honduran American, double majoring in international business and finance. So the problem we've identified is that there's a limited amount of first-generation resources available for students. There's also a lack of resources available for parents, so they oftentimes don't know how to support their students through their educational journeys. Overall, our interest is personal because both me and Diana have struggled as first-generation students and have faced a lot of obstacles during our journeys. So according to the UNC Charlotte Tableau Dashboard for Diversity, there were 8,198 first-generation students during 2021. 21.1% of these students identified as Hispanic.
So researching the problem. Throughout our customer discovery, we sought out three groups: current students, alumni, and UNCC faculty. And some of the common issues that they had all discussed was the availability of resources towards the students and the families, and the lack of understanding that each community had. On the right side, you can see some of the organizations that the campus has, where they're focused more towards Hispanic and Latino students. And on the left side, you see organizations where they are focused more towards first-generation students in general. And we want to see them as allies, not necessarily as competitors, as what we're trying to do is build an organization that brings all of us together as a larger community. In researching our problem, what we found was that there was a bigger disparity throughout the Latinx and Hispanic students due to the cultural differences, the economic disparities, the lack of knowledge, and the language barriers that each community faced, whether it's student to parent, parent to school, or all three are together intertwined.
So our idea. Our organization, Operation Education, wants to serve as a central hub for first-generation resources. We want to use online tools like websites and social media to house all resources that these students would need during their educational journeys. We also want to give parents resources so they can better understand higher education and learn how they can support their students. Ultimately, we want to bridge the gap between first-generation students and higher education. So for our next steps, we've broken up a timeline into semesters. For the upcoming summer semester, we want to interview more faculty and gain more insight on the problem. For fall 2022, we want to officially establish our organization as well as start recruiting student ambassadors. For spring 2023, we want to work closely with student ambassadors to help connect them. We want to work closely with student ambassadors to help create resources for parents and research the type of resources that they need so they can learn how to support their students. And for summer 2023, we want to research how we can help serve other first-generation groups. So the funding from this competition would go to establishing our organization as well as hosting networking events so we can start creating a first-generation network on campus. And the resources that we still need include faculty who can help guide our organization, as well as student ambassadors who can help connect us to the broader Niner community. And that's the end of our pitch. Thank you for listening.